We're in mid-October here, Zone 5B, Central New York State. We're starting to get into garlic planting time. For our region, we generally plant from mid-October till mid-November. The beginning of November tends to be when we plant the most. We like to spread our planting out so we're not rushing through it. And what I'm working on today is prepping our seed garlic. We're taking whole bulbs that we've grown ourselves and cracking them out into individual cloves. And so that is the seed garlic which we will be planting. We've been growing garlic now for over 10 years and over time have been able to select for larger and larger cloves, and we're starting to get some really big, beautiful cloves as time goes on. And so what I wanted to share today were two things. One, what we look for as we crack out our garlic, and a technique that we use that makes it a lot more efficient. So for example, here's a head of garlic. Now you'll notice there's a little discoloration on the outside. We had an incredibly wet season, and when Sasha and I harvested, we had to wash the mud off of each head and dry them with a towel, and they ended up getting a little bit of mold on the surface, but we inspected that early on and found that it doesn't carry deep in, so we're not concerned with that. But just in case you're wondering, when I take a head of garlic, what I like to do is run my fingernail, these two fingernails around the largest clove, or two largest cloves I find, and with my other hand I can flex the top and crack out that large clove or two cloves. I'll take a moment and lightly peel back a layer or two just to check for real discoloration or mites or fungal loads or other issues. If we find those, we set those aside for eating. We don't plant those. But once that first, and I set this one on the large pile, that'll be planted in its own special bed. Now that central stem can come out a lot more easily, and the rest of the head falls apart very easily. If the base is stuck on there and it comes off easily, I like to crack it off, but I don't worry about that. And what you're not trying to do is peel off every single layer of skin until you're down to the actual bare garlic. Just one layer maybe, and if all of them are looking clean as you go, don't worry about doing it with each one. Just get a feel for it. So that's a nice clean head of seed garlic. I'll show once more this technique. This time I'll take my nails and run them up two cloves and flex them over. You can see with a little skin peeled back, they pop apart easily. Those are ready for planting, and then the rest should fall apart. So if you're planting out a fair amount of garlic and you want to streamline this one process, that's one way to go about it. So I'll keep working on that. We'll share more notes as we go. Our plan this fall is to plant a lot of this garlic as companion plants to our seed for trees, like chestnuts and hazelnuts in the field, and we'll share notes about how we plant those together for our nursery. But for now, happy cracking and planting of garlic if that's what you're up to this fall.